Hey everyone, wanted to share one other thing with you today too. As you know, or you've been tuning in and watching me, um, part of why I am calm or this personality type or whatever it is, part of what it is for me is that I've been clinically dead twice. I've had two massive reconstructive open heart surgeries at CS Mott's Children's Hospital at the University of Michigan Ann Arbor. One when I was in sixth grade, I collapsed playing basketball in the church gym, and that led to the first open heart surgery. And then the second open heart surgery when I was 32, I'm now 56, at CS Mott's Children's Hospital, University of Michigan Ann Arbor. I collapsed in Columbia, Missouri when I was at work. And so I've been blessed to be able to continue to be here, which tells me that God has some kind of path for me. Rather than calling me to heaven, my job is to help you in any way that I can. That's what I look at every day. How can I be helping people? That's all it is. It's what my calling actually is. So I wanted to share with you one little thing though today, not to worry you at all, but to just share with you because you might be dealing with or know somebody in your family that's dealing with this now. I have 11% of my heartbeats that are irregular. They don't fall back to back to back to back, luckily, because if they did, that wouldn't be a good thing. But they're every so often. And they can strike at any time. I can be going upstairs showing a listing, and I get a little bit winded when I have irregular heartbeats. I just do. I know that they're there. But people ask me, Brian, how can you live and function with this thing going on in there? When you've been living with it for your whole life, you're just blessed to be 56 years old and be this exceptionally healthy. I don't know where it ends. None of us know where it ends. I just know that every single day I'm going to be out there doing things. So I wanted to share just with you that I am all hooked up here for this week because the cardiologist called and he said, "Hey," um, he said, "Hey, it's time for your Holter monitor, your 72-hour Holter monitor." So it was hooked up to me, and what was funny was my Monday sale. That gentleman had a great big. It was a tenant in the property, and he had a great big scar on his chest. And I got there early, and I started talking to him. I said, "Oh my gosh, you got a massive scar. What happened to you? Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah, I'm very, very blessed. My bowels had exploded." I'm like, "Ow, geez." And what he wasn't expecting, because he was a tenant and he didn't want his house to sell. So he was trying to make his house very hard to sell. That's what his goal was. But he didn't, never ran into me. I'm not talking to him about his house. I'm talking to him about him. And then his wife comes out and she works for Chrysler, and I'm just chatting with her about that. So we were able to get in under his defenses and buy the house as well too. But what was funny was, and he wasn't expecting this, and I'm just different. Um, since he was standing there on the porch with his shirt off, and my clients hadn't gotten there yet, and it was the first time I was showing them houses, I had lifted up my shirt as well too. And I had said to him, I said, "Oh, you and I are the same. I've been clinically dead twice. My heart has stopped twice." And he's like, "Look at your scar." Shit. I'm like, "Yeah." So that took him off of his game. We were able to get into his house. We were able to go through it. Nobody else had been able to go through it. He liked me. He's like, "Brian, you can come in." I'm like, "Oh, good. Thank you very much." Because that's what it's about when you're trying to sell tenanted properties. The house last night that I sold was a tenanted property too, and they couldn't get in there. I'm like, "Wait a second. I'll get us in. We'll go over and we'll get us in." So we were able to get in, and we were able to buy that one last night too. So I'm just letting you know that it was kind of fun. It was fun to be a different type of realtor because that gentleman was protecting his property, and I figured out a way to get around that just by talking about him and sharing with him that I too have been clinically dead. And whatever I can do to help you try to find a house in the city of Windsor, because it is an aggressive thing. It is. Whatever I need to do to be able to help you find a house here in the city of Windsor, if it means standing on somebody's porch and lifting up my shirt to show them my scars, I guess that's what I have to do. So anyway, to my two buyers, one doesn't watch this channel, but the other one does. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to my client out in Lakeshore who's thinking about selling his house, his raised ranch, I have done research and research and research, and I cannot find any examples of a raised ranch doing 800. If we're going to try to get to an 8 number, I really firmly believe that we should take my commission discount for the listing and we should put that to the sell side, because that, I believe, will be the best way to be able to get enough realtors through your property, to be able to get enough competing offers to try to get to 800. It's probably the best way, but that'll be your decision, because you have to decide to allow my for sale sign on your front yard. And you're not ready yet because there's still some things to get to 800 that the house is going to need to be spot on. But if we do our video, we do our professional photography, we market it the right way, we get it out there, and we wake up as many realtors as humanly possible, and we bring in as many realtors as humanly possible, then we might be able to get to that 800 number. I'd like to try. But if I don't get there, though, too, I'm hoping that you're willing to sell for 750 or 760 or 770, because we just might not be able to get all the way to 8. Nothing has ever gotten there. Not to say that we couldn't be the first. Not to say that I wouldn't like to be the first. But I think that that's the path forward to be able to get there. Certainly do not list it with another realtor and only pay 2% commission, because it will just sit on the market and it will not get there. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, folks. Bye-bye.